'Twas the Friday before Christmas, and all through the house I've been doing a lot of knitting. Hi guys, thank you guys so much for being here today. My name is Felicia from SweetGeorgia, and this is Taking Back Friday. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. Today is going to be quite a short episode, I think. I have just a very, very small thing that I've been thinking about and want to share. And I had been planning for this episode thinking, well, what are we going to talk about? It's going to be the last episode before Christmas. Usually at the end of every year, I do sort of a top 5 of the year. I've done that for many, many years, thinking about, what were the best things that happened through the year. I do a year-end review for myself. At the end of the day, I was thinking about this segment and what this is. So Taking Back Friday, if you guys have been here since the beginning and watching these videos for the past year and a bit, you'll know that I started these videos because it was a way to motivate myself to make sure that I took time out of my day to make things, to actually spend time making things, because I was in a place where very, very frustrated about not having that time to be able to make things. And I think that the one thing that I've been thinking a lot about this past couple of months is that after having gone through this experience of creating content week after week, talking about the things that I actually made, it's actually worked. I actually did take the time to make things. I go through my phone and I'm looking at all the photos of everything that's happened since January 2018, since the very, very beginning of this year, and thinking about how the time was spent. And I see majority, maybe like 98% of the photos that I take are all of my kids. All of the things that we do on the weekends, in the afternoons, in the evenings, just all the family time that we've had. I have a handful of photos of our studio and what we've been doing at the studio, what we're doing with yarns, what we're doing when we have potlucks together, all of those kinds of things. Time was spent on important things. Time was spent where it was meant to be spent. The time was spent with my family, with my team, doing the work that we need to do. That's how the time was spent. And at the end of the day, when I look back at the things that I've made, I've still made a few sweaters, a big woven blanket, a couple of hand-woven scarves. There was still things that were made. And when I think back to how that happened, none of it was like carving out a huge expanse of 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks where all I did was sit at the loom and weave, or sit in my knitting chair and just knit continuously for 3 weeks. None of it happened like that. It was literally time that was recaptured. 5 minutes over here, 3 minutes over here, 2 minutes spent warping the loom and doing things and winding a warp while Russell was playing Lego. Just all of these things happened in the midst of life. And so I think when I think back to my initial frustration of not having time to sit around and actually make the things that I want to make, I think that that was actually false, because now I realize that the time was always there. It just wasn't this big, huge expanse of time that I had envisioned or dreamed about. So I think that the thing that I want to take into 2019 with me is this feeling that there is actually an abundance of time, that time is all around us for the taking, that there are those little stolen minutes here and there where you can knit a few stitches, knit a row or two. All of that stuff adds up. When I think about making these videos, I aimed to make them on a consistent schedule every single Friday, exactly at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's when they come out. And it does take time to make these videos, but they got made. The time was taken in order to do this thing that I really, really wanted to do. And so I feel like the real message for myself is that all of these things, small, consistent efforts done over a long time, continuously, are the things that produce products at the end of the day, are the things that produce the outcomes that you want at the end of the day. And so it doesn't require a massive drop everything in the world sort of effort in order to have that time and space and ability to make the things that you want to make. It's just this very small, minute, tiny little changes, tiny little scraps of time cobbled together, consistent, and over a long period of time will produce the outcome. So that's the only thing that I'm thinking about these days. And so, yeah, it is the Friday before Christmas, and I'm just in this very, winding down mode of getting ready to spend the next couple of weeks with my family and my friends and everything, and just have this real quiet, settle down time. And before I head off for that settle down time, I really wanted to reflect back on what's happened this year and really think about this in a very encouraging way. I wanted to provide this quick little message as kind of like encouragement for anyone who is also going through sort of this feeling of not being able to do all the things and make all the things and achieve all the things that you want to achieve. Like everything, when I think back about it, is something that was built up over long periods of time with tiny incremental gains along the way. And so you just keep putting in the effort, consistent effort, and it just builds up over time and then finally becomes hopefully something that you wanted. And so, yeah. And so, yeah, that's what I've been thinking just before Christmas hits. So I really just wanted to thank you guys for spending this time with me over this past year and a bit, listening to this vlog, listening to these thoughts and comments and commentaries, and kind of like seeing inside my brain a little bit of how I'm trying to work through this creative process, how I'm trying to build this creative life. And I really, really appreciate you guys being here and engaging with me and providing feedback. I know that many, many, many of you guys leave me wonderful and amazing comments, and you guys contribute your own thoughts and ideas, and it has been fantastic. I'm not always able to answer every single comment if I really would like to be able to, but it's just, it's quite challenging. So, but I do read every single one of them. So thank you guys so much for following along with all of these videos, with all of this content. Thank you guys so much for leaving comments for me all year. And we're going to be back in 2019 with many more new and exciting things. But for now, I'm going to take a bit of a break, and I hope you guys enjoy your break. I hope you guys enjoy your holidays, your Christmas, your Hanukkah, whatever you are celebrating. I hope you guys have a wonderful time with your families and your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog, this channel. I hope you guys will subscribe so that you guys will see new and fun things that happen to us in 2019. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys in the next one in the new year.